So the question I'm about to ask does not apply just to London. It applies to Great Britain overall. But Dan and I were talking about where in London you can buy the most expensive and the cheapest pint. And I asked him, where do you think the most expensive place to buy a pint is? He said, probably the Trafalgar Tavern in Greenwich. Then I said, what about the cheapest? And he gave me examples, but the problem is those places, or some of those places, are either under new management or gone altogether, so we can't be sure. So we can't help but wonder where in London is the most expensive and the cheapest. And then, on the other hand, where in Great Britain, England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales, maybe you live in a village and that village is particularly reasonable. It has a pub which is pretty cheap. Maybe you live in a village and it's unbelievably expensive. Either way, it's getting to the point where just sitting together is becoming too expensive to do. Now, if we go back in recent centuries, people would sit together drinking cheap ale, cheap beer that cost them next to nothing, and they would nurse a pint. Even if they only had enough money for one, they could sit there, nurse it, wait for someone else to buy them one, dare I say, and it was just an excuse to be together. And for me, whether it's the smoking ban, all sorts of reasons, but especially inflation, there are lots of reasons why we don't sit together anymore. So the question basically is whether you're talking about London, because London is, we understand that it's an expensive place. You can't apply it to the rest of the country. So whether we're talking about London, England, or Great Britain, where have you bought the most expensive or cheapest pint? And this isn't a pointless question. It's an economically and socially important question because we are genuinely interested. I'll leave that with you, and hopefully someone will produce a gem and give a pub the credit or discredit that they deserve. Think for yourself. We'll see you soon.